So there's this video I've seen circulating around where Tony Khan pretty much dropped the whole Elite Takeover storyline because he didn't want, even in a fake storyline, for fans to think that anybody but him was booking matches in AEW. So let's see this clip that I found here, and let's see what they have to say. This is from the Wade Keller the Pro Wrestling post show. I guess it's a post Dynamite show, I'm guessing. So this is Wade Keller here. So let's see what they got to say.
Chris, you talked about it earlier, but talk about where the Moxley character is in that whole act. We have, FTR and Copeland. Now Copeland showing up to defend AEW. Are they, we had the whole thing with Tony Khan and the NFL draft and the neck brace and the Bucks thing just get dropped. And multiple sources told me Tony didn't want even a storyline that suggested anyone was booking the show but him, which is just yikes. And a whole major storyline was dropped because he didn't want people thinking, even in storyline, other people were booking matches. And now we have
do it in the first place.
I know. And it's okay if there's a story that other people are booking matches. Brian Bayless in the chat says Death Riders are just another generic heel.
So, yeah, that is wild if true. And we don't know, by the way, listen, I like ripping on AEW and Tony Khan as much as the next fellow. I do. I get my kicks off of it. I love it. But I got to be fair here. Again, this is just sources told Wade Keller. So we don't know if this story is true or not. So let's look at what we can observe. How long did that storyline last for? I didn't last. See, as something as this is the AEW and most promotions that aren't WWE's problem. They don't know how to make something matter. And so they have Tony Khan, right, get attacked by the heels on TV, right? That should be a huge moment. Think about when, like, the Bloodline attacked Paul Heyman, all right? They made that a huge moment. People cared about it. And then you have AEW do it, and it's like, let's see where this goes. And it didn't really lead anywhere. And so it started off this storyline, and it showed the Young Bucks kind of taking control of things. And okay, they did some things for the storyline of that nature. But how long did the storyline last for? Because from my recollection, and I might be wrong here, so please correct me in the comment section if I am wrong. But I want to say that storyline lasted, 2 months? I think 2 months. I think the big... I forgot what that freaking match was called. The one, there's fire and there's a whole, Full Metal Mayhem, whatever the heck it was called. And they just fought all over the arena between Tony Khan, the Tony Khan Dream Team and then the Elite. That match, wasn't that their big blow-off match? And that was it, right? The Bucks, I think, stuck around and were heels for a little bit longer. But there wasn't really anything else to it, right? Tony Khan was... And the thing is, Tony Khan, I remember hearing, Tony Khan was there, and he still had power. So it was wasn't even a full takeover. I'm actually really just trying to think out loud here and try to remember the actual storyline. But I remember hearing complaints that, Tony Khan... he still had some sway. And then Tony Khan brought in someone else. I want to say it was Christopher Daniels or something to make decisions. But then Tony Khan overruled them anyway. And I don't know. You had the Bucks and then you had Tony Khan booking matches on the show from what I recall. So maybe there's some truth to this because it wasn't done fully well. And it wasn't given all that it was needed to be given in order to really sell that this was a takeover and the Young Bucks are really running things. So maybe there is some truth to this, that Tony Khan dropped the whole Elite Takeover storyline because he didn't want, even in fake storyline, for fans to think anybody but him was booking matches in AEW. Again, take this with a grain of salt because it's from sources. But if this is true, this is why pretty much when you have someone like that running the company, this is why the company is in the crapper like it is right now. Like, if you can't even have a fake storyline if you can't even have a fake storyline and have people believe, oh no, yeah, Tony Khan's not in charge anymore because he wants people to know that he's really booking these matches. Yeah, I think that says a whole lot about the people in charge over there at AEW. Well, I guess Tony Khan, he's the only one booking these matches. And why would anyone want to take sole credit for booking these matches? Like, imagine thinking that. It also shows that he's delusional because he's thinking that, oh yeah, these matches are so great, it's so good. I only want the credit for this. Only me can I have the credit for these matches. Me, Tony Khan. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say here? I don't know. This is wild. I just wanted to share with you guys. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys think this is true? Do you guys think it's not true? Do you think it matches up with what we've seen on television? Like with that whole storyline? Does it match up with the timeline? Because it did seem like an awful short storyline. In my opinion, something as huge as that should have been built up for a few more months to one big blow off. Okay? I mean, that's wrestling 101. That's wrestling booking 101. It's quite simple. You build it up to the payoff. But that storyline seemed to have ended pretty fast. I might be wrong on that. Feel free to correct me in the comments if I am. But sound off in the comments either way. And subscribe to my channel if you enjoy content like this. Smash that like button. And if you do enjoy content like this, I got a whole bunch more goodies for you on the screen to click away and enjoy.